Good morning, fellow wet shavers. Brian here with the Wet Shave Experience. Welcome to today's shave. If you're new here, thanks for joining. Please consider subscribing below if you like what you see. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. Today, I'm going to be using Highland Springs Soap Company's Kootenay Blue, along with the matching splash. And today I'll be trying for the first time for me the Charcoal Goods Everyday Razor. I'm going to throw in a Perma-Sharp blade, and then I will be using my PAA Starcraft brush. Figured the blue goes with the blue. So hope everybody's having a good week so far. 2 days until New Year's. Don't have anything exciting planned this year, given the environment. I think we're just going to stay home with the kids. I may even be asleep by midnight, so who knows. All right, so I'm going to get this lathered up, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back and lathered up. So I'm totally blue today. So they got the Kootenay blue. I got the blue on the brush. Hey, and I got a blue bowl. So not feeling blue, but got the blue going on. My favorite color anyway, so that works out well. All right, so I think I got a pretty good lather on there. This is Kootenay Bay. This is Kootenay Blue. I don't know why I want to keep calling it Kootenay Bay. This is my first Highland Springs Soap Company soap that I purchased. I actually got this as a sample from Ken, Shave 326, when he sent me some other stuff that was in there. I had kind of had my eye on it because it looked like a scent I would like, but hadn't pulled the trigger on it. And when I got that sample, I really liked it. And so for Black Friday, I made sure that I picked it up. So that was one of my Black Friday purchases. It's described as an aquatic, green top notes, bergamot, lime, jasmine, orange, and eucalyptus. I'm a big citrus fan, so the lime, the orange, it's not real citrusy, but I can smell it in there, but it's definitely an aquatic. I believe it's based off of Polo Blue, but I'm not 100%. It doesn't say that on their website, and this is, I believe, unless I'm mistaken, their vegan formula. I looked at the ingredients, I didn't see any tallow, so I would say that with the absence of tallow listed on the ingredients, that it is their vegan base. I know they have a tallow base as well, just not sure which soaps are vegan, which ones are tallow. So I was putting together my Charcoal Goods, which came in this package here. So this was a Christmas gift, and I had actually purchased this back, I think in, I want to say like September or October, when Brian dropped a few of these. This was, I think, the last of what he had, and I picked one up, gave it to my wife, as I said, you could hold on to this for Christmas. She did, and so this also came as well as the Rockwell. So I got 2 razors for Christmas, so very, very good Christmas for me. One interesting thing that I noticed though when I went to load the blade, so really cool looking top cap, first of all. It's got some texture on it. I don't know if you can see that, if the camera will focus or not very well, but it's got some cool texture on there. But there are no posts, I mean, other than the post for the handle, but there's no guidepost for the blade on there. So at first I thought, how's the blade gonna line up? So I started to put it in, but I realized that the bottom part has these 2 protrusions here, and that's what lines up with the blade and holds the blade in place. So I thought that was interesting. First razor I've seen like that, because at first I was like, how is the blade gonna stay in place and not, like, you know, move around inside the razor without those posts to hold it in? But there you go. All right, so still missing the sprayer, the spritzer, somewhere in the house. The kids got it somewhere. All right, so I think we're nice and creamy on this. It's a pretty soft soap. I put it on par with like the Milk Steak or the FLS 3.0 base in terms of soap softness. I saw that Highland Springs has a new one called Forge that just came out, I think earlier in the month. It looks like a really interesting scent. I might try to pick that up as well. So 2 new razors for the den for Christmas, the Rockwell 6S, and this charcoal goes every day. So I use the Rockwell 2 days in a row, both on the 3 plate. And so today I'm going to try this one, see how it compares. It's a beautiful looking razor. I really like the handle. It's fairly weighty. It's not as weighty. I think the handle is hollow. It's definitely not as weighty as the Rockwell. And probably, yeah, it's not as heavy as the Carve either. Probably put her kind of on par in terms of weight with actually the Mercure 34C in terms of weight. You can see the handle's longer though than the Mercure handle. Very smooth. Easy to find the angle on this, I think. This is a really good scent. I'm really enjoying this one. Thanks, Ken, for sending the sample. So this is the everyday razor. Since I'm rather new to wet shaving, only been wet shaving since June of this year, I never got into or got in on any of the charcoal goods, other like the level 2, level 3 razors. Those were all kind of sold out and sold before I got into this hobby. But I did manage to snag this one. So a little bit more blade feel on this. I mean, not a lot, but definitely more blade feel than the Rockwell. So my understanding is, and I don't know what the blade gap on this. There's only one base plate with it, so I'm not sure. I didn't look up the blade gap on this. But again, the blade gap's all relative to head geometry and everything else, so it's really hard to compare blade gap to blade gap between razor brands. But I definitely feel a little bit more blade in this than I do with, say, the Mercure or the Rockwell. Maybe it's a little bit more, maybe kind of like the Carve, maybe on a D plate type of blade feel. It's not a lot, but it's there. And I didn't wet the face, but that's all right. So I'm gonna have to post my video. I got a lot of other cool stuff for Christmas. My wife, that's not really all I asked for this year. I got a few sweaters for my wife and a few other little things. She always gets me this, it's kind of become a tradition that she gets me a new coffee cup and she has it with the pictures of the kids. So we always do like a fall photo or Christmas card photo, and then she takes all the pictures and gets them put on a coffee cup. So I've got like 4 of those, I think, for the last 4 years. So I got that, so that's really cool. And got a couple other little things, but mostly shave stuff. So I'm gonna post a video. And then from my mom, I'd asked for some shave stuff as well. And She got me some shave stuff. So it was a shave Christmas for me, and I need to post the video of all of that. I'm trying to come up with, I think I mentioned it yesterday, I'm trying to come up with my top 10, and man, it's really for this year. And I mean, there's a lot of good stuff out there that I haven't tried. I know that. But even with what I have tried and what I have, I find it super difficult to come up with a top 10. I've been kind of mulling it over the last few days, and it is not easy. Might have to do some qualifications. I know I got a couple really, really good ones for Christmas that, I mean, I probably have like, I don't know, 10 sets that I haven't used yet from what I got from Christmas, and a couple of Black Friday mail calls. So if I haven't used it yet, I think it's eliminated from this year's contention, even though there's a couple in there that if I had used, I think would definitely be in my top 10. So maybe I'll have like a 10B and a 10C or something. All right, I'm gonna wet the face here. Or a qualified list or something. And this everyday razor seems to be shaving pretty well. It's pretty smooth. It's a beautiful razor. I knew I had this coming, which is actually why I bought when I sent the link to my wife on the Rockwell, I chose the black instead of the stainless, because I knew I had this coming in stainless, and so I had the carbon brass. I had a Mercure in stainless, or stainless plated probably, and then I knew I had this in stainless, and so I wanted something that looked a little different. So that's why I chose the black on that. All right, last pass. So I got a call at work yesterday, and my wife was calling me, and my daughter was on the phone, very excited. She lost her second tooth yesterday. So now she's missing her 2 bottom teeth. So the tooth fairy came last night, or should I say this morning. I don't know what the going rate is for the tooth fairy. The tooth fairy gave her $2. I don't know, with inflation. Oh, I got myself right there. Definitely more blade feel on this razor, despite the fact that it's the everyday razor. Pay a little bit more attention to it. got myself a couple times. Look at that, there. There, huh. Wow, look at that. Man, I got myself way too many times. I had the wrong blade angle. All right, well, I think we're gonna call it good. Based on that, I'm gonna have to use some alum today. All right, I'm gonna rinse off here. Well, so I either need to learn this razor better. Well, I definitely need to learn this razor better. And probably maybe take a little bit more care with it. That Rockwell that I used the last 2 days was so smooth, so easy. And I think this one just requires a little bit more attention to detail in the shave and finding the right angle. I mean, it is a beautiful razor. Very cool looking textured top cap, but definitely more blade feel for me, which I'm just not used to. Okay, I don't think I can blame the soap. I mean, it seems slick enough, and so we'll have to see the efficiency as well on this one. This is a non-alcohol based splash, I believe. Yeah, witch hazel, aloe, hydrolyzed silk peptide, tocopherol, which is vitamin E. So a lot of good ingredients in here. This is my first use of their splash. Kind of bubbled up when I shook it, so maybe I don't need to shake it. Very soothing. Well, I guess I won't get that alcohol burn, will I, with this? So the weepers seem to have kind of closed up on the cold water splash. So I think it'll be all good. And I gotta get this off my hand. Really great scent on this. Enjoyed the soap. Have to learn the razor, but it is cool looking. All right, so that concludes the shave for today. So Kootenay Bay, Highland Springs Soap Company, Kootenay. I keep saying Kootenay Bay, it's Kootenay Blue. And the Charcoal Goods Everyday Razor, which to me may not be an everyday razor, I don't know. Just a little bit more aggressive than I was expecting, a little more blade feel than I was expecting for what they would call an everyday razor. But I'm not saying I'm unhappy with the razor, I just got to use it a few more times to kind of get used to it. Obviously, got a few little weepers there, more than usual. So anyways, hope everybody has a good day, and we'll see you on the channel real soon.